swag, Penelope. Light the fuse, bring the boom. Let's go ignite. Elements collide in a flash of light. And you feel the room. Peace inside. Light the fuse, bring the boom. Dynamite. Let's go ignite. Elements collide in a flash of light. And you feel the room. Peace inside. Light the fuse, bring the boom. Dynamite.
What's up, everybody? I'm Michael Davis, Angel Black, the professor of Women Wrestling. Welcome to my review about Women Wrestling Season 3, Episode 43, right here on the PW Hustle Zone. And speaking of 3, that happened to be the magic number of the episode, because there are only 3 matches on the show, with the main event taking most of the time, being like 10-15 minutes long. And as seen in the intro, the match got pretty damn crazy. But we gotta talk about that when we get to the main event. But before we get any matches on the show, we got a promo from the current number one contender for World Championship, Tormenta. And she got the promo in the ring. It was short, it was sweet, and I do like, one thing I like about WoW is that every time anyone that speaks a different language cut the promo, they always have captions, whether it be video packages, promos backstage, or promos in the ring, especially because you see other promos that do that, like WWE, TNA, AEW, they do that, but they don't have captions in the bottom while they cut a promo in different language in the ring. That would have been very helpful if they had captions in the bottom when Paul Heyman cut a promo in Spanish on Penta, but they didn't do that. So Tormenta pretty much says that she is determined to be World Champion. She got fight for her family. She got fight for all Latinos and Latinas all over the world, and she got bring the championship home to Mexico. And she says a really strong message to Clapmaster. And I don't know when this match is gonna be airing on TV, but we do know that in this next episode, episode 44, we gonna see Genesis versus Penelope 4. That's gonna be a pretty good matchup. Every time you see these two face off, whether it be one-on-one, tag team, battle royals, multi-women, you name it, they always have good chemistry. I don't expect anything less from these two when they face off again this weekend. First matchup, we got Jinx, Jinx taking on Katarina Kai. Now, the reason why I said Jinx, Jinx, because there's still people out there, like after last week, there's still people this past episode still saying that, oh, Jinx is going their separate ways. They not having tag team matches. They have single matches now. Blah 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 blah. Like they keep on saying that. And by they I mean David McLean and Nigel, the peanut head. Those are the only people that say that this crap. Not us. Not me. And Jinx says, hey, everybody's saying that we're breaking up. It's not true. Golden Khan's at home taking care of out there in the Grand, because he has a championship competition coming up soon. He's taking care of him, and that's it. I don't know why people are. I don't know why they try to act like, oh, they're breaking up. They don't see eye to eye. No, because before you pair them up at a tag team last season, they were established single wrestlers. They started off as single wrestlers from the start, but he thought it'd be a funny idea to put them at a tag team because dog person, cat person, team cat dog, blah blah blah. Now you act like, oh, they have dissension, they might go their separate ways, and because they have single matches. No, they just want to prove everybody that they can hang at tag team wrestlers and single wrestlers. Plain and simple. And I forgot to mention, before her promo that she cut, she hands her whip to Katie Marie Jones, the ring announcer, and during the promo they cut to her in the corner with her whip, and like she's just standing like, okay. I thought that was pretty funny and cute that they just cut to her. She's just standing there with like just chilling.
Okay.
But it was a pretty fun match between these two. They started with a good, pretty cool exchange. Started the matchup, trading kicks to the leg. At one point, Carrie Jinx kick her in the back, and Karen Khan was like, okay, bet. As he started kicking her in the leg, started trading strikes, and they just start dodging strikes left and right. Karen Khan used her kawaii background, trap her in the corner, but at one point in the matchup, you had Karen Kai with the Hessa takedown in the corner, and he puts Carrie Jinx in the gator wall, and put her in a guillotine choke, wrap her legs around her. But Katarina and Jinx found a way to get out of it by literally wrapping Karen Kai around and hit her with a body slam in the middle of the ring. And after that, it was all Katarina Jinx for majority of the matchup. She hits her with a back kick. Then she hits Karen Kai with a wraparound left drop. That's what she always does when she wraps your foot around your throat and hits the left drop. I like how most of these moves that Katarina Jinx does is very unique, very cat-like, no pun intended. But you can tell that she's still trying to get her groove in wrestling, because most of the route superheroes, they always do moves that are simple, but they all try and make them their own. They try and make them unique to them. So I appreciate that. And there's no better example than Katarina Jinx in this leg drop to Karen Kai. And later on in the matchup, you see Katarina Jinx hitting the mousetrap with the leg drop DDT. But I don't got to account because Karen Kai kicked out. And then Katarina Jinx puts Karen Kai in a chokehold, sitting in the ring, and you see Karen Kai trying to fight back, trying to fight out of it, as he does by hitting a couple of shots to the gut, a couple elbows to the gut of Katarina Jinx, and he get a couple of strikes in, hitting a scorpion kick out of nowhere, and both women are down on the mat, and Karen Kai gets up, do a little comeback, clotheslines, hitting a roundhouse kick, and a sling blade. That one got to account. And then we got to see Karen Kai hit her finisher with the Psycho Trap stage of the TM Pashley for NXT. But Katarina Jinx gets out of it. She slams Karen Kai on the mat. She puts her in a cold silence. A submission that made famous by former WWE Women's Champion, former WWE Superstar, Camilla. And she gets the win by tapping Karen Kai out. And even though Golden Collins did not win her match last week, Katarina Jinx gets the win for her team, Ambulance Inc., by beating Karen Kai. Semi-main event, we have the Environmentalists, Scott Parker and Sprout Greens, back on TV. Someone who we have not seen on TV for 6 freaking months. It's been 84 years since we've seen Sprout Greens on TV. And they're going up against Daisy Lane and James Hall. And before the match started, we had a backstage clip from Bigger Betty and J.J. Jones. Apparently, they have not been cleared yet. Not because of their last match they had, which I guess think it was against High Swag and Petty Pink, because they got attacked by the Environmentalists. When did they get attacked by them? I mean, we didn't see any for this. We didn't see any back and forth between them. We didn't see any interaction or any mention of them mentioning these two until now. What's the deal? But that happened, and we got to see a matchup between those two down the road, whenever they get cleared. But matchup between these two teams, Daisy Lane and Chainsaw versus the Environmentalists, was basically 80% Chainsaw Daisy Lane and 20% the Environmentalists. And that 20% was basically attacking, beating up on Daisy Lane, because they had no answer for Chainsaw. At least Scott Parker had the right idea by attacking Chainsaw's legs, but it wasn't for long, as Chainsaw immediately just brushed off and threw her like a rag doll. Earlier in the matchup, you had Daisy Lane already whipping Sprout Greens to their corner, and Chainsaw scared a little bit piss out of Sprout Greens to the point that she couldn't reverse the headspray elbow and the back basement draw kick from Daisy Lane. But Sprout Greens got her payback, and she distracted Daisy Lane, and she ran into a stiff big boot from Scott Parker. Luckily, Daisy Lane wasn't knocked out because he was able to kick out at 2. And that's when it was all the Environmentalists, as they were just having their way with Daisy Lane, and Chainsaw the whole time trying to get in the ring, trying to protect her best friend, but she couldn't do it because the referee kept on stopping her. And that's when we see Daisy Lane again attacked by Scott Parker and Sprout Greens for pillar of the post. At one point, you had Daisy Lane trying to go for a dive from the second rope, but Sprout Greens hit her with a forearm, knock her out, and hit her with a smackmare and a face buster. And they also hit a pretty good double vertical suplex and it was just all the environmentalists. But as soon as Chainsaw gets tagged in, GG's, it's over. So Chainsaw's in the ring. He thought it's a drop kick from Scott Parker like he's in WWE 2K. It's a close line to Sprout Greens. They hit the double splash in the corner on both environmentalists. Hit the close line to Scott Parker. Throws her out the ring. Hits a choke slam in the middle of the ring to Sprout Greens. Taps that Daisy Lane. And they hit the Great Yard Smash for the win. And Chainsaw and Daisy Lane continue their winning ways as a tag team. And also again their wins up at the trio alongside Fury. And what more can I say about these two? They are slowly becoming fan favorites. They are officially baby faces now because they're going against heel tag teams every other week. And yeah, man, like these two are a fun duo. That's all I'm gonna say about that. As the guy said, I said enough last week and a week before. These two are fun to watch. We go backstage and we see Sibley Skulls recapping everything that went down has transpired between the Fat Four, the Mudruckers, High Swag, and now what's going on with the Fat Four Civil War. Like, I didn't mind this, but my gripe with this is if they have enough matchup for the tag titles down the road, will that be their next matchup or their final match in this feud? You know they're gonna recap this whole story again. So there was no point in doing this now, knowing that they're gonna have this recap like this weeks from now when they have another match, and we got to that when they have another match in their last match. Like there was no need for this. Honestly, you're gonna have this recap, especially when like going back all the way to the beginning of season 3 where High Swag turned on her mother. Then you had to save for the last match of the feud. That's my only nitpick of this. I didn't mind it. Like, I don't mind seeing Sibley Schools on TV. I just don't like the fact that they have her interview with Ian Phoenix every other week. That kind of get redundant. But I just wish they could have had this like done like for the last match of the feud. That's all I'm gonna say. But the more Sibley Schools on TV, the better. Now time for the main event. Miami Heat play Pink High Swag for Wild Tag Championships, a hardcore match. And this was hardcore. It was a really good hardcore match for our standards. I know people gonna criticize it no matter what, no matter how good it was, how decent it was, Mr. Green. But despite all that, it was a good matchup. It was a decent matchup, and it was just ridiculous in a good way. Before the match starts, we hear from Miami Heat backstage having questions, and you also see High Swag getting stuff gathered up in a trash can with candlesticks and crosses. I don't know why. I don't know what the crust is. I don't know what the deal is with that, but whatever. But Long started freaking out backstage, and then High Swag's like, "Hey, have you been in a hardcore match? Have you been in a street fight? I don't think so. So relax. We got this." And she got a point. Long Star had not had to wrestle long enough to be in those matches. Thank God she hadn't, because I think her career would have been shortened before she even got to Wild Championship status. But High Swag and Penelope have been in multiple like street fights and hardcore matches. They bled before, so I don't know what Miami got us into. I know they got the heart, and they got the determination, but High Swag and Penny Pink, it's known that they got that dog in them when it comes to hardcore matches. So part of it was kind of like nervous for Miami Heat, and this matchup they held it on. There was a lot of stuff that happened in the match. I'm gonna try to break down everything that I saw in this match that I was live in attendance, and also watch this back this past weekend. Match starts off with both of them going at it. They charge them with one another, bell rings, and even not even having them have their jackets off, they just jumped Miami Heat, and At one point, he had High Swag using her jacket to attack Lindsay, and they bring the weapons for under the ring. They didn't bring it in the ring, but they were under the ring. At one point in the match, you see Penny Pink set up a chair that's unfolded in the center of the ring. She hops on top of the chair and she does the tornado DDT on Lori. See, because he wanted more leverage, more oomph to the DDT. That was a pretty cool way to do that. I'm not gonna lie. And then outside the ring, you see High Swag beating up Lindsay with a candlestick. And at one point in the match, you had High Swag like furiously like racking her with a candlestick, but you can see that she's not really like hitting her per se, but she hitting the concrete. And I feel like that the cameraman that was catching that shot set up on the other side, so you can see they can show how like make it more like believable. But when you seen that shot when she's in the concrete, not Lindsay, like that kind of, I blame the cameraman on that one. That was dumb. But where I was sitting when I saw that happen, I didn't see that shot. I didn't see High Swag not hitting her. I thought she was really racking her with a candlestick. But when I watched that back on TV and on YouTube, it's like, dude, come on now, you could have had a better camera work on that one. But whatever. That's the only thing I actually did not like about this match. Going back to the matchup, you have Penny Pink and Lori fighting out. Penny Pink thought it'd be a good idea to have a water break while she's beating up on Lori. And Long Star walks up to Penny Pink, and while she's getting a sip of water, you can see Lori like making sure that she had the water in her mouth, so she can do this to her. Punch in the gut, and then we see Penny Pink spitting the water out to Long Star and having this infamous moment during this matchup.
Fuck to it. Get out!
And throughout the rest of the matchup, we see both teams just beating the crap out of each other with weapons, candlesticks, chairs, drag cans, drag can lids. Like, it's just craziness all around. Right for the rest of the matchup. At one point, you had Penny Pink hitting a cannonball onto Lori on the outside. Didn't get a lot of it, but she got enough of it at least. Later on in the matchup, you see Lori hitting a Veda bomb on the High Swag in the ring, while a trash can is on top of High Swag. I don't know who got the worst of it. Probably High Swag, because High Swag is more like scrawny than Lori. Not saying Lori is fat by any means. Like, Lori is like built like a brick house in a good way, in a very respectful way. But you have High Swag and suplex on the outside by Lindsay. Then you see both Lori and Lindsay hitting the vertical suplex on the High Swag, while Penny Pink just walked right by. She literally walked right by High Swag, getting her back broken pretty much by the steel ramp, and she didn't even stop it. She was like, walk over here. Like, that was funny to me. But both teams are fighting on top, like they fight already at the top of the stage. They just fighting it out, and I'm over here like, what the hell are they doing over there? Why they fight on top of the stage? And Long Star is freaking out too, while this bald-headed dumbass, what his name is, I don't care by his name, I'm not gonna announce him by his name, but he's just like telling the women, hey, get back in the ring. And Long Star is freaking out, and they on top of like the left hand side of the stage. They literally on the edge of the stage. They don't know. They just like beating the crap out of each other. And all of a sudden they see Penny Pink and High Swag say, "Hey, you want to do it? Let's do it." And both Penny Pink and High Swag speared Lori and Lindsay off the stage through the tables. Holy! I cannot believe that he did that. I cannot believe that they agreed to do this. Like, that was insane. Like, spears off the stage through the tables. Like, I gotta give credit for credit due for those ladies for even agreeing to do that. Especially Penny Pink, because she got stitches after that spot, because when she landed, she hit her head first off the stage. And she got stitches from it. And I gotta show you any like video or picture of it out of respect for Penny Pink. But you want to look it up, go on social media, Twitter, Instagram, it's on there. But man, that was that was insane, man. I the fact that I saw that live just still like blows my mind. But with that being said, the match ended in no contest because of course it did. Because you're not gonna see both of these teams continue after that. Are you insane? But this proves that this feud is not over yet. This proves there's gonna be another matchup down the road for tag titles. When that gonna be, we don't know. What kind of match it's gonna be, we don't know. Except for the people that were there in attendance, that watched this tapers live. But all those aside, it was a good matchup, a really fun matchup, and I am looking forward to seeing what happens next with these two teams on TV and how they capture it on TV. Because being in attendance for these shows and watch it live, watch it on TV, completely different. Obviously, so it's gonna be cool watching these matches live down the road. And yeah, man, what a really fun hardcore match. It was a fun episode. Wow, overall, like I'm not just saying that because I was there live seeing this. Take a time every time I say something about me being live in attendance for these teams. But all seriousness, it was a fun episode. I enjoyed the three matches that were on the show on the episode, and yeah, man, like if you enjoyed the episode, you watch the episode, you let me know what you thoughts on it down below. If you haven't seen the episode yet, they got a full episode up on YouTube right now on the Wild WR's YouTube channel. They tend to upload matches on Saturday, but they tend to upload the full episode WoW, like the latest episode WoW, literally hours after, like at midnight, like wherever you live. So it's still up during that time. Check out WoW when soon as it's up on YouTube. Or you want to watch the actual full episode WoW from beginning to end with promos and backstage segments included, or watch it on Tubi. They got WoW on Tubi now, season 2 or season 3, and they got all episodes of season 3 from episode 1 to episode 41. So they got more updated episode of WoW, season 3 of WoW than Pluto TV right now, because they only have all the episodes up on Pluto TV. So that's ridiculous. But yeah, man, watch WoW on YouTube, watch WoW on Tubi. It's like we can't miss it. Plain and simple. So like, comment, subscribe, tap the bell. Hope you guys have a good hump day Wednesday, and hope you guys stay warm, staying safe, especially here in LA, because they're still doing whatever the hell is going on up there. But I'll be back later in the week, most likely on the weekend, talk about all the shows happening this weekend, all in Texas. Great American Bash, Evolution 2. Anyone care about Evolution 2? Anyone? No? I understand. But all seriousness, hope you have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until that time, I'm Black. I'm out.